There's a reason Amethyst is one of the most loved and used crystals in the world, but not all of its effects are as gentle as they seem. In this video, I'll show you what makes Amethyst such a powerful crystal, its benefits, how to use it, and its different forms and what they mean. But there's one thing that I do not recommend you use Amethyst for, and I'll explain that as well. Hi, I'm Ethan Lazzarini, and I'm the author of 4 crystal healing books, and I'm here to help you unlock the power of crystals in a way that's clear, empowering, and easy to apply to your everyday life. Amethyst is affordable, easy to find, and rarely faked. A lot of people are drawn to this crystal. It's definitely one of my must-have crystals. Amethyst has many different properties and uses in crystal healing. What I share here is just my perspective. I'm focusing on its key strengths here and a few things I just want you to be aware of. First, let's look at the energy profile and traditional associations of Amethyst. So in terms of energy, I consider it a high vibration crystal. It's very spiritual, so it has a spiritual energy. For chakras, we've got the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. And elements, you'll find some varying opinions, but for me, it's a mixture of fire and air, and I'd also add to that probably spirit based on the properties it has. Rays and flames, we've got the violet ray and the violet flame, and in astrology, traditionally it's associated with Pisces and Sagittarius because they're ruled by Jupiter, and Amethyst is a Jupiter energy stone as well. And I would also say Aquarius gets on really well. Anyone can use it, it's just these signs generally will work really well with an Amethyst. And then we've got Ascended Masters, I would say Saint Germain, and in terms of angels, traditionally it's Archangel Zadkiel, and for a completely non-traditional angel that we're beginning to hear about from a few sources, we've got Archangel Amethyst. Amethyst increases your spiritual awareness and psychic abilities. It cleanses and opens your third eye chakra, which then helps you see beyond the physical world. It's a great one if you are trying to develop your psychic abilities. Amethyst enhances your clairvoyant ability if you wish to use it. Try wearing it or have it near you when you're doing any form of divination, such as tarot or oracle card readings. It helps strengthen your connection and increases accuracy. But please watch the whole of this video before you place this on your third eye chakra. Amethyst tunes you into the spiritual realms. It opens your crown chakra, increasing your connection to a higher power, source, god, goddess, whatever you call that, or your spirit guides, ascended masters that you might work with, spiritual teachers, all depending on your spiritual beliefs and your practices. Amethyst helps you access your own spiritual wisdom as well, and you could work with Amethyst to support you during or after a spiritual awakening. This crystal has a high frequency and helps raise your vibration. Amethyst is a great support stone if you are on a spiritual path or you're doing any kind of spiritual work. It's a great choice for a crystal if you have a home altar or any place where you meditate, do yoga, pray, or do mantras. Try holding an amethyst while meditating or doing a guided visualization. You could also lay down and place it at the top of your head, which is within your crown chakra, and try this for maybe 10 minutes, and it will help cleanse and balance this chakra. If you've enjoyed this video so far and found it helpful, could you please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you. This spiritual gemstone offers strong psychic protection. It protects really well against low vibe energy and negativity of all kinds. This could be negativity that you've generated yourself or something that someone has directed at you, and that includes a psychic attack. It's also useful for protection of your property, the place that you live, or any room that you place it in. So good shapes for shielding your aura would be an egg or a Merkaba. And I do have in-depth guidance all about the psychic protective properties of Amethyst in my book, Psychic Protection Crystals, if you want to go deeper. This crystal works really well with the energies of the violet flame, the flame of transmutation. One of Amethyst's greatest strengths is it can transmute harmful or lower vibrations into a higher and more balanced state. Amethyst is good, but often overlooked for healing. So it supports the healing process because it's deeply cleansing and detoxifying. In energy healing or systems such as Reiki, you would use a crystal like this to help cleanse energy blocks to let the healing happen. Not many people mention this, but amethyst is also helpful for repairing the aura of damage or holes, which is actually ideal if you have experienced what you believe to have been a psychic attack or if you're just super run down. Amethyst has soothing and relaxing qualities. Some people find the stone is helpful for calming their anxiety. It may help lift heavy emotions if you feel depressed. Try placing amethyst over your heart chakra for a few minutes to see how you feel. It will burn away bad vibes, worries, and negative emotions. But please note, crystals should never be used as a substitute for medicine, professional medical advice, or medical care. You should only ever use them in addition to following proper advice from a medical practitioner if you need that. Amethyst also helps you release the past and old patterns that no longer serve you. It's also useful for overcoming self-limiting beliefs. It's traditionally known to be helpful for people for overcoming addictions and addictive behavior. But just remember what I said before. Amethyst is a good crystal for dream work. This is when you are trying to have a dream to receive guidance or learn something. It can trigger lucid dreaming because it's working with those head chakras, which brings me to my controversial opinion on sleeping with amethyst. Although many people and books recommend amethyst for sleep, I don't. Not all crystals work well for everyone, but I was always really puzzled why, when I tried sleeping with amethyst on me, I would always have the worst night's sleep. Don't get me wrong, you might be one of those people that actually is really compatible with amethyst to help you sleep. But some of us do find it has the opposite effect. And I'm going to show you why I think this is. I think part of the reason is amethyst is highly psychically activating and it triggers very vivid dreams. This is helpful if that's what you want. For me, having hundreds of dreams in a night does not allow me to have deep sleep, and I'll often wake up not feeling rested and really tired the next day. And the other reason I do not consider this the best choice for sleep is because amethyst is such a high vibration crystal. High energy crystals are great for spiritual and psychic work, but it's not what I'd normally go for if I'm trying to sleep. I would choose something gentler and less stimulating to encourage the sleep process. If you're trying to get a better night's sleep, I would use something gentler, more soothing, and also grounding. I would recommend crystals like howlite, turquoise, and hematite for this. If you have amethyst in certain areas of your bedroom, it could be disturbing your sleep patterns, especially if it's close to your head. This could be if it was on your nearest bedside table, under the bed, or anywhere over the bed. So when it's near your head, while you sleep, it can activate your crown and your third eye chakras, and this can be overstimulating for many people. And if you think that this is happening to you, then you can just test this. So move your amethyst away from the top of your bed or anywhere that's near your head. Remove amethyst jewelry if that's what you are doing and see what happens. You'll usually know in about 3 days whether it was the amethyst or if it isn't the amethyst. You may have heard about placing amethyst directly on your third eye chakra to cleanse and open or activate this chakra. Find a lot of both crystal healers and psychics will recommend this as an exercise or healing. Perhaps you have tried this and experienced a sharp pain in your brow area or even a headache which could even linger afterwards. This was me too. I soon realized that this is just such a powerful crystal that this just can feel a bit too intense, especially if you are sensitive to energy. I've come across quite a few people that even get a headache just from wearing or touching amethyst. I believe this uncomfortable sensation can be a sign that you just need to stop, though it could also be a side effect of an energy block being cleared or brought to the surface. Either way, I would always recommend you stop with a crystal if it's becoming too intense or uncomfortable. What's the hurry? It actually took me a few years before I was able to wear Amethyst all day long. I can now place it on my third eye for 15 minutes with no trouble. But that's probably because I took the time to gradually adjust to its energy and I wore it in small doses as well. There are much less intense ways to work with Amethyst than placing it directly on your third eye chakra. And there's alternatives, so you might prefer a gentler stone to place on your third eye, such as lapis lazuli or moonstone. Always listen to your body and trust your vibes with crystals. Amethyst is a variety of purple quartz and it ranges in colour from the very deep and dark amethyst like this. It's almost opaque. We also have the very pale lilac amethyst, or also known as lavender amethyst. And the better the colour, the richer the colour, or the more clarity an amethyst has, will actually alter the price. So you'll pay more for better colour and more clarity. The pale lavender amethyst has a softer and more feminine energy, and it is connected to Kuan Yin. And this is Vera Cruz Amethyst, if you've ever come across it. And this is Chevron Amethyst, which you've probably seen on the market as well. You'll spot it by it's got white quartz mixed with amethyst. It's usually more opaque, not really often you'll see it with much clarity in it. And this is a big piece to show you that it does actually grow in points. And then you see these kind of zigzags, layers of different shades of amethyst. This is more of a pale lavender color. And this is ametrine. So this is where you see some yellow or pale sort of golden colors within your amethyst. That is considered to be citrine mixed with amethyst, so that is an ametrine. Then you've got this, which is classified as pink amethyst. It's a bit confusing, as you'd kind of think it might be considered rose quartz, but it's the geode shape. It's not really something that rose quartz grows in, so it is considered by most people and sold as pink amethyst. And this is an unusual one. I bought this many years ago, and it was sold as black amethyst, and it does actually look black when there's not much light. But if you look very carefully, you can probably see the deepest and the darkest purple tones in there. I absolutely love this stone. It's very unusual, so I'm not saying as much about. And I just want to stress that all amethyst will fade over time if it is left in direct sunlight. So try to keep your amethyst inside your home and away from any direct sunlight. So windows are not a great place for amethyst. So different forms here. We've got the natural crystal points like this that you should be able to find, and you could also work with a cut crystal point as well. It will work in a similar way. So points like this, usually a bit smaller than this, are ideal for gridding. They can also be placed on the body in your chakras, and energy passes through them and out through the tip, so they act as a crystal wand as well. And you can also use them directly in crystal healing on a particular energy center because of that. Then we've got amethyst geodes like this, and the problem with these is they're generally not small. So they can see some are medium sized. This is big but not huge, and so they are much more for placement in your home. You could place them anywhere in your house, but generally in corners. Facing the door is a good place. Geodes ground spiritual energy, so they are great for improving the energy of your home. It will have all the amethyst properties as well. Then you've got clusters like this, which are much more affordable and easy to find, and it's essentially was once part of a geode that has simply been broken up into smaller pieces, and these have more of a fiery energy, I found. So they're ideal also for brush cleansing your aura, so faced in, and then you stroke and move the amethyst through your aura like you're combing the aura, and that helps again transmute and clear negative energy. And clusters also work with a group energy, so they're ideal for places like your altar if you work with one, and also good for connecting with spirit guides and your spiritual support team. So again, anywhere you do meditation, spiritual work. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please give it a like, comment, and share it if you found it helpful. And I have created a amethyst meditation video on my channel that you might want to try. In the visualization, you will visit an amethyst crystal temple and clear a block from your past. Safely open your third eye and raise your vibration. This should be appearing on screen now, or in the pinned comment and description links below this video. But if you want to go deeper with me into the world of crystals and crystal healing, then check out my books. I'll also include links below if you want to learn more.